I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs.
Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Fly, Eagles fly, Eagles on the team. Touchdown, touchdown, time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird game nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here calling on Philly the podcast. And we can call a man dog or watch Miles score off the handoff. Rest of the division, your man saw Jackson like Sean, hunting like Randolph. Season here, really time to do them in. Your boy Philly Fresco, thanks for tuning in.
What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is Philly the podcast. So the votes are in. The team has voted for their captains. I know it came out yesterday. I'm a little bit late, but we're going to talk about it. I want to talk about these captains. I'm excited, man. We're so close to football. We're 2 days away from the Cowboys, which I believe that they're going to try and act like they're a football team this year. They're going to be playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now they think they have a chance. It's football season, man. It's football season. Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles finally take the field, and these are the guys that are going to be calling the coin toss, right? So we'll just go over it real quick. We got Alex Singleton representing the defense, Rodney Mccloud, Fletcher Cox, and Brandon Graham, again, all representing the defense. And then you got Jason Kelsey, obviously the all-world center. And then you got Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts is one of the captains. So that says a lot to me. I think maybe you're a little bit surprised by the Alex Singleton. I'm not so much. I think Alex Singleton earned it. I think last year he really went out there and balled out, and I think that his teammates recognized that, so they gave him that honor, which he deserved it. Rodney Mccloud is somebody that I said I feel like he had a sneakily or maybe quietly very good year last year, so I'm not surprised by him getting it. Fletcher Cox, obviously a dog. Brandon Graham, obviously a dog. And Jason Kelsey, another one. But Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts, this says a lot to me about what our team thinks. Now, obviously, the story is right now that the team voted for this. So we'll see what happens in a couple of days, because we know how Eagles media gets. And they'll be quick to say, oh, no, there was some sneaky stuff that happened behind the scenes. But right now, from everything you hear from these teammates, from everything you see, everything, and then you add it to this, it looks like this team is 100% behind Jalen Hurts, man. And that's beautiful to see. So now it's on Jalen. Now it's time for Jalen to go out there and really ball out, man. Like, I really do feel like Jalen Hurts has the keys. I don't want to sit here and act like this offense is ridiculously great and we're going to be, all world offense this year, or top 10, top 5. But I do feel like he has the weapons to show us enough to stay our franchise quarterback. So I'm looking for a good year from him. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up was Jeff McClain basically said that Dallas Goddard was talking about his negotiations with the Eagles. Obviously, he went live yesterday, so Jeff McClain just reiterated it. But he said that the team decided to go a different way, and they'll see what happens. But their agent thought that they would have a deal by now. So I did a video about this earlier on, and I want to know what you guys think. But, I did a video about this earlier on. It kind of makes me worried. I'm not going to lie. It kind of makes me worried that we didn't lock him up yet. Obviously, Zach Ertz coming back didn't free up that money that we all thought we might have had. But still, we're one of those teams that kind of find a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of worried about that. But at the same time, I understand it's still very early, so there's not much, not really much to take from that at the end of the day. Honestly, they're either going to get it done pretty soon, or it's just not going to get done and he's going to get traded. I can't see them just letting his contract expire. You know what I'm saying? That would just make zero sense to me for the Philadelphia Eagles. It just would make zero sense in my opinion. Like, there's no world where it hurts you to have a young tight end like him. And I love Zach Ertz, but if it comes down to the two, I feel like you have to pick age. We've heard Nick Sirianni say it about the wide receiver position, that he would take speed and he would take that, agility over someone with the same type of skill set that was slower. So you have that situation with the tight ends. You have a Zach Ertz who's obviously getting to the tail end of his career. And then you have a Dallas Goddard who I feel like is just ascending. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I also said in that video that I feel like one has to do with the other, right? Like, if Miles Sanders or if Zach Ertz or if one of these guys gets a big extension, you're probably not going to see Dallas Goedert on this team, and vice versa. If Dallas Goedert ends up getting that extension, I wouldn't be surprised if a Zach Ertz move is right behind or, the precursor to that. But let's see who we got in here, man. Let's see who we got. I haven't had a lot of time lately, so I just kind of hop on when I can. So I appreciate everybody that hops in, man, and just chops it up. What's good, IDB? What's good, Cameron? Eagles #1 fan. Let's go, Birds. It's almost that time. What's up, Joe Castro? Fly Eagles Fly. Sunday seems to be taking forever, so amped for the kicker. For real, I kind of feel like this offseason went low-key pretty quick now that we're here. But yeah, I feel like this week is taking forever, man. What's good, Convert Truly? What's good? He says, I just want to watch the Eagles play already. You ain't alone. You are not alone. Cowboys going to take that L versus the Bucks. It's going to be bad. We'll see what happens, but I think it's going to be bad. My man, what's good, Kevin? What's good? Sonic, what up? The Eagles have Hurts as a cap, but his captain because of his leadership. Facts. I feel like, listen, like I said before, the story right now, at least, is that the team voted for this. So if the team is saying that we want you as our captain, you're in the same breath now. You know what I'm saying? If we couldn't sell as a franchise enough that we're behind Jalen Hurts, you're now in the same breath as somebody like a Brandon Graham, Jason Kelsey, Fletcher Cox. You're now in that company. So we look at you like that. So I feel like this is an ultimate respect, and he earned this. I won't say that I understand them taking so long. I still kind of feel like just name him the starter, get it over with. We all knew. But, this has to feel good. He went through the whole offseason after hearing a whole bunch of nonsense, and now he's that dude. He's that dude. So he's a starting quarterback, and he's our captain. You got to love it. What's good, Eagles Realist? Yeah, I agree. I feel like, listen, if we can get and running back's a tough situation because running back, you can get production out of a later round pick and out of, cheaper options. So I love Miles, but man, I don't know. That quote was BS, bro. That's agent talk, and he's not an agent. They just are trying to overpay, or maybe they willing to use it. I don't know if they would use that franchise. We just don't have that money. I don't know. We don't have $15-16 million to put at the tight end position. I don't know. I don't know if that's what we do. I really don't. What's good, Eagle Slayer? What's good, brother? They tried trading. I don't know how much I believe that, if I'm being 100%, them trying to trade Dallas Goedert. I'm sure maybe the Vikings called them and it was out of their price range. I'm not sure about all that. It's kind of weird that it just kind of faded. Bro, what's the word on it? That's what I'm kind of worried about. Shout out to my guy Chaos. I'm kind of worried about that as well. We were talking about that earlier. I meant to ask a friend when I had him on, but I'll try and chop it up with these guys again and try and get some more information. But Davion Taylor was supposed to be that guy. He was balling out in camp. So hopefully he can come back soon. They didn't put him on IR from what I didn't see it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I said, I've been kind of all over the place these last couple of days, but I haven't seen him go on IR. So I am a little bit worried, but at the same time, maybe a little bit hopeful because he hasn't been scratched. Thoughts on Slay not being a captain? Hey, it is what it is. I would love to hear what he thinks, but there's 4 defensive guys here, right? Yeah, 4 defensive guys. I guess you could say Alex Singleton is special teams too, but it is what it is, man. You didn't. I don't want to say you didn't earn it, but that's not what they did. That's I don't know. I don't think it's a big. I don't know. That's a good question, but we'll see. Hopefully he goes out there and balls. It feels like he has a chip on his shoulder. I keep saying this, but if we know Jalen is our quarterback after this year, that means a lot, and it was a good year. That's a fact, bro. If we can get through this year. I don't care. I don't want to say I don't care about the wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? But if we get through this year and we know what our team is going to be moving forward, and we can solidly say this is, what we have to do. These are the holes we have to fill. Because we all said that, but Devontae Smith wasn't going to make us a championship team, right? one addition wasn't this draft was very important, and I think we got some good players, but this draft wasn't going to make us a championship team. Now we have to look back when we were kind of building this, right? When we were getting Fletcher Cox, when we were getting Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson, when you were starting to build your nucleus. Now this is the year that we have to figure that out. He said, my wrench looking good. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Off topic, did you see Club Shannon Sharp YouTube show? T.O. said he wants to fight McNabb in a boxing match and that he'd knock McNabb out. Would you watch that fight? I'd definitely watch that fight. Yeah, I'd definitely watch that fight. McNabb might throw up, though. McNabb might throw up. Miles Sanders is first with 4+. Miles Sanders is great, but listen, you can get production from lesser draft picks. I don't even want to say talent, but lesser paid, smaller salaries. A late round pick. We've seen it. We've seen undrafted guys. We've seen Corey Clement go crazy in the Super Bowl. So Avonte Maddox would be sad if Goddard got traded because they lived. Yeah, and they doing all those Wawa commercials together. What's good, Vic? What's good, BL? How he laughed his ass off when he was offered whatever it was for Goddard. I know that for a fact. That's what I'm saying. I think it would take a lot to get him out off of our hands, like especially with the uncertainty behind Zach Ertz. Like I'm still under the impression, or I still am under the belief, I guess I should say, that the Eagles are just waiting for somebody to give them something reasonable on Zach Ertz. I don't really think that they have future plans for Zach Ertz. I think that Dallas Goedert is that guy. It's just about figuring out what his price point is going to be. And that's probably why the Eagles were so into the talk so early. I mean, if you really look at it, we were probably trying to fleece him. It is what it is. Like, that's what you do as a GM. You try to, you try to get your money's worth. So I'm not too mad about it. I think it's going to be interesting to see what he can become. I didn't get to see Tyree Jackson against real teams yet, so like all that stuff in practice is cool. I know he has the body. I know he has the athleticism, the speed. He was making some good catches. I just want to see him game time. I think he's going to be a very interesting prospect, though. I'm excited to see what he can become. And he's very young. He's another guy that's very young. Look, we can get into a season where we're looking at Dallas Goedert, Jack Stahl, and, Tyree Jackson. And Jack Stahl and Tyree Jackson are hella cheap, but you're kind of paying out the yin-yang for Dallas Goedert. That could make sense to me, that you're kind of balancing it out that way. But to have two people above $10 million at the tight end position is going to be very, very hard to pitch. I don't think they are sure about Goddard, and I'm sure him and his agent were asking for top tight end money. Don't be surprised if they ended up. If they do that, I would be very surprised. I really would be. Because if you, as a GM, if somebody comes up to you and is like, listen, either give the 25-year-old, I think, Goddard is, $15 million a year, or give the 30-year-old that I think Zach Ertz is 11, 12. I'm going to probably just go ahead and give that to Goddard, to be honest. And realistically, I think you can figure it out to keep it low as far as a cap hit. That's the most important. I don't care if he's making $1 billion a season. As long as his cap hit is low, I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number we got to watch. Chaos says Eagles cause their own problems. Yeah, we've backloaded a lot of contracts. I mean, but the thing is, I want to ask y'all a question. If we would have moved on from a lot of our nucleus, a lot of our older players, quote unquote, after the 2017 season, would you have been mad if we sucked until now? Like, would you be mad if you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Let me know if that makes sense. Like, would you be mad if we would have moved on from Carson back then? Well, not Carson, because I think, we would have went crazy. But would you have been mad if we started looking at, older guys like Malcolm and moving him on, looking at guys like Brandon Graham, trying to get value out of these older guys? Would you have been mad that we went that route and started rebuilding early? Because I feel like, hindsight is 2020, and we look at it now, and that's probably kind of what we should have done, at least probably after the 2018, 2019 season. Maybe I feel like we're like a year or two behind. But I want to know, would you guys have been mad, or would you have rather have dealt with it? What's good, Joe? Fantasy? Yeah, that's the last one. I mean, I'm in like 400 fantasy leagues this year. He said, you know what? I just realized 2 years in a row, our second round pick does not start the season. Hurts and Dickerson. It's true. That's a very good observation. That's very true. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, Landon Dickerson is good, man. You look back at Sidney Jones. We waited like a whole year on him. Like, it's rough. But we had Miles Sanders, and if he moves on, that's going to look bad. Dallas Goedert's a second round pick. If we can't re-sign him, it's not going to look good. We all complained about the first round pick. We might have to start trading our second round pick too. Isn't T.O. on OnlyFans? I wouldn't know. I would not know. Those two will beef to the grave for no reason too. Get over it. T.O. or McNabb. I'm taking T.O. I'm taking T.O. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day with Goddard, like I said, I just don't see them taking that hit. If you don't trade him before his contract's up, you're obviously gonna get nothing if you can't re-sign him. But like, you have to know going into the season how far you are apart. If it's like a whole world apart and just conversations are breaking down, that's one thing. But I don't know. I don't think that we're there. I can't see us being there right now with Dallas. I think he wants to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I think he likes it here. So we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. Says Goddard has top 3 potential. I don't know why we thinking to trade him. It comes down to that money, man. Like, and it all depends on how Nick Sirianni or how much importance he puts on that tight end position. If he feels like Dallas Goedert's going to be a huge weapon for him, then we might be wrong. But he's gotten by with like lower paid. I don't want to talk about people's talent, but lower paid, less valued tight ends. Like, he's gotten away with it. So I don't know if he's going to be that guy that's hung up on having a Dallas Goedert. He might see more value in a second round pick or a third round pick, whatever we're able to get Goddard. And that's the thing too. What would we even get for Dallas Goedert on his last year? Contract year. Obviously, it's a rookie deal. I don't know. It's a crazy question. I don't think it would happen, and I hope it doesn't happen, but you never know. Eagles versus Falcons is going to be a good game. What is your score prediction? What did I say before? I think I said like 24-10 or something like that. I think I said 24-10. I think the Eagles are going to win 24-10. I think that we're going to, I don't want to say shut down, but I don't think that Kyle Pitts is going to go as crazy as everybody's talking about. Like, I think we're going to handle Kyle Pitts. Calvin Ridley, on the other hand, Calvin Ridley might make us look a little dumb in that secondary, but I think we'll do enough. I think we'll win. I think this defense is a lot better than people are giving it credit to be, and we're healthy. So I feel confident. I think people are making a bigger deal than what needs to be. It could have simply been we offered something and it denied it. Yeah, that's very true as well. That's very true. I hope that's all it is. I hope they figure this out. Goddard or Howie drafting with the pick we get for him. I'm taking Goddard any day. Big facts. 21-17 Eagles. Okay. Yeah, I said 24-10, 17-10. So, okay, you got a defensive battle. I think our defense will hold them down. I mean, it is in Atlanta, so if you're looking at history, they usually beat us out there. But I like this team. I think that we're going to be able to slow the game down. We'll be able to not have to put it in Jalen Hurts' hands that much. So we'll see what happens, though. I definitely got us winning this game. I can't go into the season predicting a loss. I just can't do that. Eagles should bring back Jordan Howard. Wouldn't be surprised if he comes back. I wouldn't be surprised to see some moves, man. Like, I wouldn't say, I don't know, maybe today, because you have today and then you have Wednesday as a walkthrough. You probably practice Thursday. So, I mean, you probably got a couple more days of practice. I wonder if there would be any moves. That would be interesting. What's good, Bird Gang? What's good? That would be interesting. I don't know, man. I hope that it's all overblown. Like, who was it? Vic. Yeah, Vic said, I hope it's all overblown. But realistically, where do we got money? We ain't got no money, man. Said thoughts on Howard being on the practice squad. I was surprised he even made. I want to know what the heck happened to Jordan Howard, to be honest. Like, I feel like he got a stinger and just was gone for like the rest of like the past 3 years was just bad. It was, I don't know what happened. So I mean, it is what it is. I like Jordan Howard. When Jordan Howard was playing for us, when he was healthy, he was doing very well. He was averaging like 4 something carry. So we'll see what happens. That's my mantra from now on. We'll see what happens, man. Carry on, Johnson. Hey, I thought KJ was gonna make this roster. I thought he was gonna do his thing. Maybe he's just not mentally there. I know he just had like a baby, and so I don't know what happened, to be honest. Like, maybe the injury just kind of caught up with him. I don't know. Maybe he really just wasn't that good. You know what I'm saying? But hey, anyone know what happened to Trayvon Grimes? He's chilling. I haven't seen him get picked up by anybody, so he's chilling. Maybe he's somebody we pick up, throughout the season or something. I think the Birds are going to dominate Atlanta. We should. I mean, look, I think defensively we should. I think our defense will. I don't know what our offense is going to do. I think that our offensive line should bully their defensive line. I think our running back should have a good game. I still don't know what this passing game is going to be. We'll see what happens with Quez Watkins. Hopefully, Quez Watkins is what we all seen in practice. I have faith in Devontae Smith, but hopefully he's what we think he is. Jalen Reagor, hopefully he can make some plays, and then we see what happens with Goddard and Zach Ertz. So I still have questions, but I'm excited. I really am excited to see this team, and I think we have enough to beat them, even with the questions I have. Jordan Howard is a camp body and an insurance policy. Possibly, I think he'll find his way back on this roster. I think he'll find his way back on this roster pretty soon. Full PPR, I ended up with Kamara, Kelsey, Barkley, Mike Evans, Keenan Allen. Damn. Okay. That's impressive. How many teams? 10 team? Like championship, got to hit up Champ Star. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If we run the ball outside, not on Grady Jarrett side, we should be I ain't even really worried about Grady Jarrett. As long as our offensive line is straight, we good. Keep it a stack. We good. Yeah, Clyde, CEH is my guy, and he's supposed to be starting week 1, so he's a full go. So that was good news to hear. I think Goddard will go off versus it depends on how they use it. That's going to be like, there's a couple storylines I'm, looking for, and I'll come out with a video about that soon. But, that's probably the biggest one, man. I want to see how he's going to use these guys on offense. I feel like we have a lot of talent, so it's going to be interesting to see how he uses everybody. Who do you think is going to have more yards, Ryan or Hurts? Passing yards, I'm going to say Matt Ryan probably. Overall yards, it might be a little bit closer because, Hurts will probably run a little bit. But if we're talking about just straight passing, definitely Matt Ryan, in my opinion. But, hey, Jalen Hurts might go out there and surprise me. But Matt Ryan's just one of those. He's a stat stuffer, man. He's a stat sheet stuffer. He's gonna put up his yards, man. He might not score a bunch, but he's gonna move you up and down between the 20s. 60 to 40 run pass. I would love that. 18, but okay. They all reaching drive. Facts. I feel you. We all know that the Falcons secondary is horrible. Devontae Smith, Reagor, and Watkins should have a field day. I agree. They do have one guy that's pretty good. I forget his name already. I'm not gonna lie because I really don't care. But they have one quarterback that's pretty good. But yeah, other than that, like I said, our defensive line should manhandle our offensive line, in my opinion, should manhandle their defensive line. Grady Jarrett is good, so he might, do his thing and he'll be a disruption. But I'm not worried about anybody else on that team. I'm not worried about any of their linebackers. I'm not really worried about that defense at all. I'm really more worried about if our offense can keep up with their offense. I just don't trust everyone staying healthy for a 17-game season. I'm sorry. Hey, I respect it, man. We've been through it. We've been through this. It is what it is, man. Like, all we can do is hope. AJ Terrell, there we go. What's good? Show enough? Yeah, Terrell. AJ Terrell is pretty good. What's the Eagles jersey number you wearing Sunday? I might wear the Dawkins I just got. Stephen Joyce said he was sending out the jerseys today, so maybe I'll rock one of those. If he sends me the Hurts one, I think I got the Devontae Smith. I don't remember which one I got, but maybe I'll rock one of that. We'll see. Maybe I'll rock the My old Carson Wentz jersey. Yeah. Chilling, man. How you doing? Just another impromptu live. You know how we doing it. Once I get back home, we'll get back on our schedule. And once the season gets going, we'll get back on a schedule. With weak D-line, you think Miles can run for over 100 yards. If he gets the touches, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that running back group too, man. The running backs out there is just, there's a lot of guys that if he's the main runner, I think he can. If he gets, 20 touches as a runner, I think he can definitely. But will he get that? That's to be seen. We'll see. I'm going to be wearing my Sanders jersey. I feel that. I respect that. Not the Wentz. I'm kidding. I do have a Carson Wentz jersey, though. I have no idea what to do with it. Rock a J Jaws jersey. Yeah, that would never happen. Rocking number 6 all black. There you go. This week, YouTube Eagles community going to break down everything about the game matchup before Sunday. Coin flip. Call it in the air. Heads or tails. Yeah, no, we're gonna analyze everything. It's football, baby. It's football season. It's back. This is what we're here to do. This is what we're here to do, right? That's the fun part of all this, man. This is what I went a whole off season just making up topics and stuff, and now we here with football, and it feels amazing. I tell you what, it feels amazing. But look, I think that if you look at the running back group, I definitely think Miles Sanders is obviously the top dog, but at the end of the day, man, I think that they're going to be spreading the wealth. I think they will until they figure out who that guy is. Like, I think that because if you look at Jonathan Taylor, like how they did him, I know he was a rookie, but they didn't really start trusting him till like the end of the year, or not even the end of the year, but towards like the middle of the year is when they really started giving him bulk of the carry. So it might happen with this team as well, that he might just kind of use these games to figure out who he thinks his best running back is. So we might see a committee until he really, really feels like confident in one guy or the other. Yeah, I don't know what to do with my Wentz. Might give it to charity. Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to bring it to Goodwill, and I keep forgetting. You knew it was coming. Hurt's going to have 300 passing yards and 50 running yards. Okay, I can see that. What if J-Jaw becomes Megatron and gets a game-winning catch? Would you still get his jersey? I would definitely. If that happened, I would definitely get his jersey. If he proves me wrong, if he becomes a good player, I will come on here with I will come on here with a J-Jaw jersey. I will be the biggest fan of J-Jaw. I don't hate J-Jaw. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, if he plays well, he plays well. But if he doesn't, then I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying. He's not playing well. So it is what it is. Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome now. Content will be flowing. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Not a big J-Jaw fan either, but I got the feel he's going to light it up this year. He might just because I'm talking junk. Just because I'm talking junk, he's going to go crazy this year. The heck? I said months ago, Sirianni will tell you. I mean, he is a wide receiver guru. He's been around a lot of great wide receivers. But, has he ever been around a J-Jaw? I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't see Nick Sirianni bring any umbrellas with him. So we'll see what happens. I'm most excited to see how often our wide receivers line up differently and how much pre-snap motion will. That's very true. It's going to be a lot of fun. Man, this offense can be either a lot of fun or it's going to be very disappointing. We're either going to be watching this like, wow, we can do so much, or we're going to be watching this like, wow, why aren't we doing more? Like, it's going to be, I really don't see like a middle ground here. It's going to be fun though. J-Jaw, I don't see it, Vic. I don't see it. Could Dallas got to get the Eagles a top tier running back in a trade, but I mean, would you really want to do that? You're kind of trading a position that doesn't really have the value to a position that doesn't really have the value. Like, but my thing is, if you're moving on from from Dallas Goddard, it's because you don't want to pay him that exorbitant amount of money, which I get, I guess, but why would you pay that to a running back? You know what I'm saying? Or switch him out for a running back that would be looking for that. So I don't know. It would have to be a really good running back. It would have to be a really good guy and a young guy. I don't know what it is, but I got a feeling J-Jaw going to do good. He might, man. Everybody's giving him good energy, so hopefully you should get a Dickerson jersey. I might have to. I feel like Keenan Allen has the same build as J-Jaw. Imagine we have Keenan. I don't think he's going to be 2.0 of anything. Let's just be happy if he's like 0.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love when people say like he's going to be this 2.0. He's not even J-Jaw right now. Like, he's not even the J-Jaw we drafted. So I don't know. Until I see it, I'm reserving that judgment. I'm excited for the Eagles starters to be on the field all game and not have to see Joe Flacco, no Nick Mullins, no backup. You know, I shout out to Brett Toth. He was doing his thing, but I'm not trying to watch him play. I'm not trying to watch Matt Pryor out there. I'm not trying to watch Luke Juriga, over snap the ball. Yes, I'm ready for some football, man. I am ready for some football. We beat out Fogan for a reason. I don't know why that's such a shocker to people. I mean, what was the reason? He had a good practice. He's had good practices, in his career. He had good practices his rookie year and didn't do anything. But hey, the only thing that I have right now is faith in Sirianni. So I feel like Nick Sirianni can fix him. But if he can't, I won't be surprised. I really don't. I would not be surprised. I have a Greg Ward jersey. I'm gonna have to get me one of those. I'm gonna have to get me that. A lot of talent on this offense, but overall speed. We have serious speed from wide out back to our. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Even Miles Sanders, they be hating on Miles Sanders and Madden with his speed because that boy can run his butt off. But yeah, we got some speed, man. Like, it's going to be really hard. I forget who just said it, but it's going to be really hard to line up with us when we're moving around so much. And then you got so many fast guys, going from the slot to the outside to here to that. And then you throw in a big body like a J-Jaw or a Travis Fulgham, it gives you a lot of options, man. Like, it's going to be very interesting. I'm just concerned. Maybe that's not the right word. I'm interested and I'm intrigued and I'm definitely watching to see what happens in the red zone because we heard that they were doing good in the red zone, but it was mainly to the tight ends. What if those tight ends are taken away? Are we going to be good enough to run up the middle with the running backs that we have without a Jordan Howard, Elijah Holyfield, without a Kerryon Johnson? Do you trust Miles Sanders to be that goal line guy? Or is it Boston Scott? Or is it Kenneth Gainwell? What happens? That's what I'm going to be very interested to see. Is if J-Jaw is at least like Fulgham, I'll be happy. If J-Jaw is decent, I would be cool, man. He's like the seventh, or like I'm over exaggerating, but he's like the fifth wide receiver. So even if like he gets like 10, 15 catches this year, just goes in when he needs to, and like just don't suck. Just don't be absolutely terrible. You know what I'm saying? Don't run into people. Like, that's all I need, man. It's crazy. Fulgham, who is on the practice squad, owns Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, facts. Trayvon Diggs can't beat our practice squad. I'll admit that J-Jaw has never really had a chance to prove himself. Yeah, I mean, look, I agree. I'll agree with that. I'm not going to make no excuse. I agree with that. Is this team practicing at the NovaCare today? Anything from the Twitter? I haven't seen anything. I haven't really been looking, to be honest. I just kind of came on here to talk junk. I don't really think they're practicing yet. I think it's more later tonight. You're all right. J-Jaw has not had a lot of chances to prove himself. And yeah, it was a bad scheme. Has anyone heard J-Jaw speak? If so, does he speak with confidence? I haven't heard him talk in a long time. Now that you bring that up, I didn't even think of that. J-Jaw will do good if his mom is holding the umbrella. Y'all crazy. What's good, Carlos? What's good, bro? What's good? He'll have 3 TDs before week 8. If that happens, bro, if that ain't happening. We'll see, though. Maybe. I don't even think that'll happen, to be honest, but we'll see. I do as well. I do think that they see him kind of in that role. Isn't Mike Davis mad small, and he was kind of the power back in Carolina? So, I mean, like, I could see that. I could definitely see that. It's all about being able to get in those tight areas, those tight windows and being able to power through, but we'll see what they do with it. But either way, man, before I get off of here, I do want to just say I do have some new merch that just dropped today. The new Philly kind of logo that I'm working on, and then the underdog, underdog mentality. This is like the most expensive one because it's the hoodie, but look at that price, y'all, $33.41. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. But I am about to get out of here, man. I didn't have that much time, but I appreciate everybody that comes through. Y'all know I'd be coming on here mad randomly, but we are going to get back into our rhythm, back into like a flow of things. I appreciate everybody that just comes chills with me, you know, when we do these random lives. Be sure to go check out the merch, go check out the website, go check out anything that's anything. But other than that, y'all know what it is. It is Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Peace!
B Scott with the Philadelphia
John
Eagles.
Dornbos here, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Edwards of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Follow my guy Joe Castro on his YouTube/podcast channel.
Let's give a shout out to the Philly podcast.
Shout out Philly and my guy Joe Castro. So keep on doing great things, guys. Fly Eagles Fly.
Fly Eagles Fly.
Go Birds.